It only takes 3 steps for a human to tame a wolf king. Feed it some milk, 1 kiss, and then let a Pomeranian give it a lesson. A brand new wolf king is thus domesticated. No one expected that a simple encounter between this little wolf and a woman would give rise to a legendary Chinese documentary that made even renowned directors cry multiple times, and the book version became a bestseller in many countries. Return to the wolves. The little wolf in the film eventually became the king of the wolves on the Ru'a'ergai grassland. The little wolf's name is Green. His father was the famous wolf king of the Ru'a'ergai grassland. While attacking villagers' livestock, the wolf king was captured and chained like a dog. But with its wild instincts, it bit off its own paw and escaped. However, it was eventually caught by poachers due to severe injuries and made into a wolf pelt. Green's mother witnessed his tragic death. After giving birth to Green, she howled from the hillside near the village every night until dawn. In the end, she gave up her own life and died for love. This tragic love story reached the ears of Li Wei-yi, who was doing field sketches in the area. Deeply moved, she went to the heart of the Ru'a'ergai grassland to find the orphan of the wolf couple. Under a crack in a giant boulder, all the other cubs had perished. Only one ragged-looking cub remained alive. Li Wei-yi brought the wolf cub back to her old home in Chengdu, where she lived with her boyfriend. In fact, Li Wei-yi knew that bringing a wolf back to the city was, by any measure, unwise. But at the time, she had only one thought: just save the cub first. She treated its illness, fed it milk, played with it, but Green's wild nature remained unchanged. Green instinctively knew how to swim. When it saw prairie dogs on the computer screen, it made hunting gestures. At just 1.5 months old, it had endless energy, constantly chewing through electric wires at home. To teach it a lesson, Li Wei-yi smeared mustard on the wires. Days passed peacefully. When Green turned 2 months old, it learned to turn on the TV by itself. Watching wolves on Animal World, it showed a yearning for freedom and the grassland. Its howling at night often disturbed the neighbors. Li Wei-yi realized the smallness of the city was limiting Green's growth. Until, on June 29, 2010, Green escaped from the house. This was a very dangerous situation. A wolf wandering the city isn't like a dog. It's a threat to both humans and itself. Fortunately, they found Green through surveillance cameras that same night. This made Li Wei-yi resolute. Green couldn't stay in the city. They went to a zoo and saw wolves locked in prisons, thin and depressed. She couldn't bear the thought of Green living like that. So they decided to train Green and release him into the wild. At 3 months old, Green galloped across the grassland like the wind, free in the sky that was always meant for him. But the peace didn't last.
好家伙，还以为你不要我了呢，快点！有狗，一群狗在追他，快点，上车拿东西，快点！
Green's sudden appearance on the grassland caused uproar. But thankfully, a few local residents came to help, easing the situation. They weren't against Li Wei-yi's plan to release Green. In fact, they even lent her a house to stay in so she could train him. They first trained Green to hunt, but freshly returned to the wild, Green often got outwitted by prey.
宝宝，塔子你现在还逮不着，麻烦等会儿教你逮那个水兔。
To build Green's confidence, Li Wei-yi blocked all exits of a pika burrow except one, so that Green had a real chance to catch something. Within days, Green went from catching nothing to eating until full daily. He even began offering his first catch each day as a tribute to Li Wei-yi.
我跟你说了多少次，不准在我门口晒老鼠干。
Sometimes, Green would follow instructions and help herders herd sheep, though his mouth drooled non-stop from temptation. Green and Li Wei-yi stayed on the grassland for more than 2 months. Green was growing bigger each day. One day, when Li Wei-yi was about to leave for a short trip, Green refused to let her go, a first. That night, a massive hailstorm hit. Li Wei-yi developed pulmonary edema from the hailstorm, coughing constantly at home. Green was very worried, always lying beside her, or bringing her food from his hunts into the cabin. But her condition didn't improve. Li Wei-yi had to return to Chengdu for treatment, leaving Green in the care of the herders for a while. The day she left, Green chased the car until it vanished. 15 days later, the herders told her that throughout her absence, Green stood atop the mound where they disappeared, waiting silently, waiting for his mother. This short separation actually made their bond even stronger. But during the days when Li Wei-yi was gone, Green stayed with dogs and began barking like one. He became lazier, stopped hunting, and waited for people to feed him. Li Wei-yi knew this couldn't go on. For dogs, closeness to humans is good. But for wolves, it can be deadly. When Green turned 6 months old, Li Wei-yi decided to take him deeper into the core of Ru'argai to find a wolf pack. They trekked across the snow-covered grassland for 15 days in -15 degrees Celsius temperatures. All they found were a wolf footprint and a single strand of fur. They figured the area must be within a wolf pack's range. So they set up camp and waited quietly. Sure enough, a few days later,
看见吗？那个才是你真正的同伴。快去，快去，快去啊！
Green was confused at first, but instinctively joined the other wolves. Unexpectedly, the next morning, he returned, covered in wounds, limping. Li Wei-yi lovingly cleaned his wounds. But deep down, she was more determined than ever. Green had to return to the wolf pack, because she knew he wanted to. He longed for freedom. Li Wei-yi waited patiently. When winter deepened, the wolves would begin to hunt in packs, offering Green the best chance to integrate. But before that season came, bad people arrived. One man came and demanded to take Green away, claiming Green had eaten over 10 of his sheep. The confrontation escalated. The man tried to harm Green.
快跑！哈哈！以后你见到人就必须跑，随便什么人。
That night, Green escaped the attack and went missing. The next day, he returned to Li Wei-yi's side.
我看看烧到哪儿了，痛吗？我哪去找你这么笨的人啊？
To prevent locals from harming Green again, Li Wei-yi went to a temple and asked a living Buddha for a blessing. Animals that receive blessings are no longer harmed by those with faith. A month later, heavy snow sealed the mountains, cutting off access. Their food supplies were nearly gone. In desperation, they took the rabbits Green had hidden as food and left 2 cookies as a trade. They thought Green would change hiding spots next time. But not only did he accept the cookies, he hid his food in the exact same place again.
他看我们，他知道我们也饿。
The snow kept getting heavier. Every day, Li Wei-yi took Green and followed the water source, searching for traces of wolf activity. But one day, Li Wei-yi accidentally stepped into a crack in the ice and got cut by it. Seeing this, Green suddenly bolted into the distance. Li Wei-yi was devastated and called her boyfriend for help. While scanning the area with a telephoto lens, her boyfriend captured an unbelievable moment.
喂，格林牵了一匹马过来，你看看，你看见没？看见没？
我一直看着呢，他是从山那头给牵来的。
是那俩小孩的马，这穿马甲的。
Their bond grew stronger, which made every parting even harder. Not long after, they finally found the wolf pack, and for the first time, filmed the largest known wild wolf pack in China.
还刮起爪子，快喊他们撒一脚！格林，快叫你的同伴，快叫你的同伴！
But unlike the excited Li Wei-yi, Green stood still, gazing at his mother with longing.
啊？不是狗叫，是狼嚎啊！格林，你不是跟我开玩笑吧？
Green, who used to howl constantly, now barked like a dog in this moment of parting, as if to say, "Mom, I'm willing to stay with you forever. I'm willing to give up my freedom." But Li Weiyi's heart was firm. She wanted him to return to nature. Watching the wolf pack drift farther away, Li Weiyi and her team began to howl like wolves themselves, trying to catch their attention. Seeing this, Green seemed to understand his mother's determination. He let out a true wolf howl again, and ran toward his own freedom across the grassland.
走吧，勇敢，妈妈看着你走，走啊，走。
With his mother's teary eyes watching him, Green returned to the wolf pack. A year later, Li Weiyi heard news. In Ru'argai County, wolf pelts were being sold in large quantities. Poachers were becoming more rampant. She grew worried and traveled to the county. There, pelt sellers were brazen. One particular wolf pelt was especially shocking.
是什么部位的？
这得多少皮了
？620张狼头皮做成的狼皮。
Li Weiyi was terrified that one of those pelts might be green. They decided to return to the Wolf Mountain to look for him. On the way, they saw animal corpses everywhere. Even dogs hadn't been spared. After 20 days, they finally found traces of the wolf pack.
我看见格林了，就在里面。
在哪？
我走。
喊他呀！
不能喊。 他们要打围了。
By this point, Green had become the nightmare of wild yaks on the grassland. Swift, precise, and in perfect sync with his pack. But just as they were about to eat their fresh kill, the sound of a poacher's gunshot rang out.
格林，
快跑！
At that moment, Green froze when he heard his mother's voice again.
不要快跑！格林跑！
And this time, he did run. Green finally learned to fear humans.
我终于知道怕人了。
In the end, Green ran toward the grassland, back into the wolf pack. His figure grew smaller and smaller in the snow. Li Weiyi stood there, her voice choked with emotion, calling after him. Go on, be brave. Mom is watching you. At that moment, she smiled, but tears wouldn't stop falling. She knew, this time, letting go might mean goodbye forever. But she still did it, because she understood, to truly love a living being means to respect its nature, even if that means losing it. But what about you? Is this world truly ready to welcome a wolf that wants to return to nature? Poaching still runs rampant. Nature is still cruel. Is human kindness enough to protect them? What would you choose? Should wolves like Green be returned to the grassland, or kept in the arms of humans? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I truly want to hear what you think. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.